In our last episode, we looked at the early evolution of technology support on campus. In this episode, we'll cover the last decade of our rapidly evolving tech portfolio. Mike Hoffer, Vice President of Distance Education and E-Learning, was appointed interim CIO when Kathy Starkoff left the university in 2013. He was interim for 1 year before being named CIO as a dual appointment in 2014. Mike held the office of CIO for 7 years, the longest term to date. Mike's time at the university was marked with prominent programs to enhance student learning and affordability, in addition to key partnerships. During Mike's term, the Kinnear Road Center was decommissioned and the Ohio State Data Center relocated to the State of Ohio Computer Center. Mount Hall, which was originally built as a classroom building, was closed for renovations in 2015, and offices were moved to St. John Arena. 2 years later, OD and OCIO offices from St. John, Baker Systems, Thompson Library, and Airport Drive Center were relocated to the newly renovated Mount Hall. At the same time, the IT Service Desk moved to TNC. Helen Patton became the university's second CISO in 2013. Over the course of the next 6 years, several security-enhancing implementations occurred. Symantec Endpoint Protection replaced McAfee, Landesk 10 upgrade was deployed, Privileged Access Management launched, Buckeye Pass multi-factor authentication with Duo was implemented, password expiration was extended from 90 to 180 days, a much-appreciated change, and the unique Cybersecurity for You program, designed to raise cybersecurity awareness across the university, began. Messaging services at the university grew considerably, with Forefront migrating to Exchange Online Protect in 2014, Link Server being upgraded to Skype for Business 2015 a year later, Microsoft 365 being deployed in 2017, our on-premise installations migrating to Exchange Online in 2018, and Microsoft Teams being rolled out in 2019 for PC-to-PC communications. Likewise, enterprise services expanded substantially under Mike's leadership. In 2013, Qualtrics was launched for creating surveys and reports. 2 years later, Buckeye Learn for employee training went live. DocuSign eSignature was launched, allowing for secure digital signing of documents. Enterprise Document Management, utilizing OnBase, launched for document retention, process automation, configurable workflows, and reporting. In 2015, the Enterprise Integration Platform, or EIP, was launched, followed by the Enterprise Project in 2016 to deploy Workday for finance, student, and human capital management. Mobile printing was introduced in 2018, allowing faculty, staff, and students to print documents at printers across the university. And in 2019, Tableau was launched, allowing creation of visual data analytics. 8 new managed IT partners were added between 2013 and 2019, with at least one every year. All 4 regional campuses, Moritz College of Law, the Translational Data and Analytics Institute, CFAS and the Worcester Extension, and the College of Public Health. In 2017, standardized IT support began across all Ohio State campuses. The Managed Network Service was launched, ITSD desktop support staff started providing on-site support, and the Technology Enhanced Meeting Spaces service was launched for MITS customers. Several new originative spaces for faculty and students were created, with the 2 new digital unions opened in Haggerty Hall and Stillman Hall in 2013, and 2 more in Denny Hall and Emerson Classroom Building the next year. 2 years later, the Faculty Innovation Center opened in 100 Campbell Hall as part of the Innovative Spaces program. In 2014, 100% of the almost 350 pool classrooms met our technology standard, which was no small feat. In 2013, the OD Resource Center was introduced as a help repository for supported software, programs, and initiatives. Throughout Mike's leadership, programs and partnerships were created to advance student learning at Ohio State. Carmen Connect, utilizing Adobe Connect, was introduced in 2013 for hosting webinars. Less than a year before the COVID pandemic, Zoom replaced Carmen Connect. 4 years after its inception, the Digital First Initiative concluded. 2 years later, the Mobile First Initiative started to create a work environment free of network cables, allowing access to resources from anywhere, and, another 2 years afterward, the Digital Flagship program began to promote blending of learning technology throughout the university experience and increase student engagement and learning. Digital Flagship was prominently known for the free technology kits provided to all incoming undergraduates that included an iPad, iPad keyboard, and Apple Pencil. Ohio State Discover, an in-house developed mobile app, coincided with the start of Digital Flagship. In 2019, also as part of Digital Flagship, a mobile coding education platform was created, embodied as a bus equipped with powerful computing stations and collaboration space. Several significant changes improving students' time at Ohio State also began under Mike. In 2015, the Impact Grant program began to advance teaching and learning through effective use of learning technologies in large, pivotal departmental courses. The next year, the Affordable Learning Exchange began, which focused on textbook savings for students, providing tens of millions in savings so far. That same year, Canvas replaced Desire to Learn as our learning management system. In 2017, VITA, an in-house developed faculty information system, was launched for faculty to track accomplishments towards tenure. ALX expanded the same year with Carmen Books, leveraging partnerships with publishers to provide students with discount codes on digital textbooks. The Campus Wi-Fi project began in 2018 to provide pervasive access across buildings and prominent outdoor locations at all campuses. In 2015, Ohio State Online was launched to offer degree-bearing programs online, with the Master of Global Engineering Leadership as the first offered program. Just 1 year later, Ohio State was authorized for distance delivery of its degree programs in all 50 states. And in 2019, Innovate was held in person for the last time with Innovate 10. As the COVID pandemic began to unfold, OCIO and OD team members rallied together, standing up 3 pivotal resource websites: Keep Teaching, Keep Learning, and Keep Working, which brought together resources in an unprecedentedly fast period of time as the university made a rapid shift to entirely online teaching, learning, and working. When Mike Hoffer left the university, Diane Daggerford, Deputy CIO, assumed the position of Interim Vice President and Chief Information Officer. Diane's time was met with the immense challenges that the COVID pandemic presented. In 2020, as a response to the pandemic, ITSD frontline employees began working remote. To assist staff working remotely, Guacamole was launched for remote access to desktop computers on campus, and the Digital Fax Gateway went live. The Ohio State Wellness app, built to provide students with mental health and well-being resources, was finished in 2020. Innovate and Cybersecurity Days conferences transitioned from in-person attendance at the Ohio Union to virtual delivery, with 500 and 600 attendees respectively. After almost a decade, enterprise cloud storage transitioned from Buckeye Box to Microsoft 365, with over 61,000 users being transferred. Through a multi-unit collaboration, the OD Resource Center became the Teaching and Learning Resource Center, with a new focus of helping instructors enhance their teaching skills. The Workday project came to completion with Brainware for OCR, Tableau integration, Buckeye 360 utilizing Salesforce, the Compass website for easy access to administrative systems and resources, and the Admin Resource Center website for technology job aids, all launching in 2020. Access to Microsoft's Azure Cloud Computing Platform was also made available, and CrowdStrike replaced Symantec for endpoint security. After 36 years, the Nortel system was retired as all remaining analog phones were migrated to Skype for Business. Lastly, OCIO's managed IT partners expanded with the addition of 5 more units. The Office of Academic Affairs, including the Office of Student Academic Success, the Graduate School, the Office of the President, the Board of Trustees, and the Office of International Affairs. Cindy Levitt joined Ohio State with a background in national research universities and technology companies and was named Vice President and OSU's 4th Chief Information Officer in 2021. 2 pivotal changes occurred early under Cindy. In 2022, OCIO and OD recombined to become the Office of Technology and Digital Innovation. And, just a year later, Digital Learning and Student Success moved directly under the provost and became Digital Learning as the foundation of the university's renewed focus in online programs. Also during Cindy's tenure, the ITSD desktop support and asset management teams moved into Mount Hall, with enterprise networking following a year later in 2023, consolidating most staff to Mount Hall and Emerson Classroom Building. Two large migrations began in 2023, the enterprise storage migration from the Isilon SAN to the new VAST SAN, and OSU Wireless to EduRoam, with device-based authentication allowing secure connectivity across 100 countries while not being affected by password changes. In 2022, the telephony copper cable consolidation project began to remove unused copper throughout campus to make way for more fiber optics. 2023 saw Qualtrics launched for centralized administration of surveys, the launch of the Student Operational Data Store's password management, and the beginning of the migration of phone service to Microsoft Teams. Students, faculty, and staff gained access to the Adobe Creative Cloud suite of applications in 2022, along with the Student Technology Loan Program that provides loaner iPad and Surface devices to actively enrolled students. The following year, students were added to the highly successful C4U platform, further increasing the university's security, and Buckeye Link received an updated look inspired by the Ohio State mobile app to improve the student experience. Also in 2022, Virtual Desktop was implemented to allow students and instructors to virtually access select software from any device with internet access. In late 2023, identity preferences for preferred name, pronouns, and gender were enabled in Ohio State App, Carmen Canvas, Zoom, Buckeye Link, and my.osu.edu. The John Glenn College of Public Affairs was added as a managed IT partner in 2022, with the Office of Marketing and Communication and the College of Social Work joining in 2023. 16 years after its inception, 2022 saw the Innovate Conference conclude with Innovate Connect, again held virtually. Lastly, at the end of 2023, Microsoft's generative AI chatbot Copilot was enabled for faculty, staff, and student use, heralding a new age of technology at Ohio State. Thank you for joining me in this look at the origins and evolution of the Office of Technology and Digital Innovation, from its humble beginnings in the 1940s with the Teaching Aids Laboratory to the merger of the Office of the CIO and the Office of Distance Education and E-Learning. We look forward to continuing our role of enabling all endeavors at Ohio State, be it student learning, cutting-edge research, operational activities, or OSU community events. We are proud to support and call ourselves Buckeyes.